Hello everyone and welcome back to another game of StarCraft. Yes, it's Friday and that means it's 2v2 time. Yes, we've missed a couple, but we're back. Alright guys, we have AP versus CWT. This is the BWCL Finals, guys. BWCL 59 Finals, guys. This is for all the marbles. Who's going to take it? Who's the best team? And at least we can judge their 2v2s here today. So spawning here on the top right side of Python, we have the CWT team. And on the lower side, we have Skippy. And his teammate above him, give it up for Masiko. Ooh, probe on probe violence. Classic 2 gates. You expect nothing less in a 2v2. And their opponents taking up the bottom left-hand side of the map. On the lower side, we have the Protoss player, Moses. And his teammate over here with a 12 pool, it looks like. Give it up for Sadek. Going into lair. Hatchery on top of the ramp. Oop. Quick phone call. No, I haven't beaten him yet. Give me 5 minutes. Alright, Linger going to come in here. They don't want none of that heat. They just want to get some scouting info. The Zealot, however, does want some of that heat. He's going to come on in. Alright, we do have a bunker here already done. Pretty good Sim City here. And go straight into a Vulture. It's interesting. A lot of times in 2v2 action, you do see not so much mech, really. A lot of people will open 2 racks Academy simply because it gives you more map control. Stim is just good, especially with a teammate. So it's very interesting to see our boy here, Skippy, opening Vulture. Alright, yeah, the Protosses are doing normal things. Zerg is doing a pretty normal thing here. Spire's coming on down. I like the creep colony at the ramp, or the hatchery at the ramp for creep colonies. So that way, you have a little bit extra defense. This does not work very well in a 1v1, but in a 2v2 setting, this works very well. Alright, 2 Zealots going to angrily march across the map. 3 more following them. Good thing we've got these creep colonies here ready to be sunken. Alright, running in, spot the Vulture. Alright, Protoss here. It's going to go ahead and drop a cannon. Put some boys on the ramp and just watch Mischance do its thing. Oh, okay. We pulled a lot of drones here. Pulled like 8 drones there just to make sure that nothing can get in. Oh, we're sending over Zealots to help, but one of them will get eaten. Alright, at this point, the cannon will be done by the time anything gets over here. And yeah, this will be a nice, solid defensive hold for AP. CW2, meanwhile, we're adding on more gates and robos here for the Protoss and for the Terran. We're getting mines, throwing up some turrets. Second factory with armory on the way. Alright, here come the Mutas. Protoss getting a forge now. Has no actual defense against the Mutas right now. Alright, well, he's got 2 goons. 2 goons do not count as defense against Mutas. Oh, we just got a lot of stuff over here. Uh-oh. We're going to try and drill some probes. Buy some time for the second cannon to finish up and the first one to lay some hate. Oh, but it's not nearly enough time. More Zealots coming, but that cannon's really what you needed to help defend against the Vultures. Because realistically, the Vultures just don't care about anything else. Oh! Whoop. That could be dangerous later. The Mutas come in here, though, and they'll make sure that everything is fine. Just fine. Safety cannons are up. We're getting turrets here. We've got the bunker, too. The bunker is a nice addition at this point. Just adds that little extra protection in this area for anything trying to dive down. Goliath showed up. They are, in fact, online and ready. All right. Yeah, for all the cannons we put down, we didn't put down any that, like, in this entire area. Yeah, and remember when I said 2 goons were not deterrents? This is why. 2 goons are not deterrents against any amount of actual mutas. Oh, he's just going to kill it with glaive bounces. Oh, no, that's disrespectful. Invisible men? Not today, friend. The double citadel. Oh, my God. Moses is gaming, boys. You know someone's gaming when they have the double citadel. Oh. I think he killed the wrong cannon here. His mining is absolutely toasted. This cannon would probably do better over here. But, I mean, this is the grand finals, guys. Pressure is on. Generally speaking, it's the 2v2s that'll decide who wins that week. So, I mean, when you get that kind of pressure looming over you, yeah. The boys, man, they are ready to game their hearts out. Zerg looking to take top left. It's a nice little spot to expand. Protoss looking to take his natural. Terran's still on 1 base. That's fine. He's playing mech. You don't really need more than 1 base. Zerg's natural is up now. Yeah, this is it's looking pretty good so far for AP. But I wouldn't say anyone's directly winning yet. Supplies still super competitive. Terran's kind of ahead. Good old Skippy. But he's also just done the least in this game, been interact with the least, so it makes sense that he would have the most currently. Oh, the Zealot's onto it. It's like, smells like hidden base. Alright, that's a lot of goons. Alright. When you have 9 goons, that's kind of enough to deter mutas. Kinda. Alright, turret's coming on up here. Along with the command center. Whoop. Bop. Alright, this is now up and mining, so Zerg is feeling good. Zerg could use a couple more drones, though, at this point. We're sitting at 20 drones in a dream. It's a little low. Alright, they give up and try to break Protoss and say, well, Terran's easy. And honestly, not inaccurate. If we had a couple more goons here, this would be a great fight for Protoss. It's already a great fight for AP as a whole, but... oh, man. These Goliaths, they just don't know how to deal with this. They're really good against the mutas, but not much else here. Alright, the mutas are going to dive on the Goliaths. Yeah, it's a little bit of a costly choice. And breaking this natural is great. The problem is we're about to lose all of our army here. Yeah, Moses is basically going to have to leave all this here. Oh! Reinforcements coming on up. Reinforcements have arrived. The fight ain't over till it's over. The Goliaths just put down so much hate on these mutas. It's so hard. Well, instead of losing 1 army, we lost 1.5 armies. Big brain. That's the big brain Protoss plays. Alright, Protoss is going to go ahead and expand at this point. He's the last one to do so. And I think that's starting to put CWT a bit ahead here, right? I think they both expanded at this point. They just held off an attack and destroyed a bunch of army. But there's a good opening here for our Zerg to get some damage done. Alright, well, I mean, if you want to kill the extractor, that's cool, but... Alright. What do we really have for Zerg? We just have 14 mutas. Unfortunately, I don't think mutas are really going to help here. This might not be good, boys. Alright, we're going to take the fight in the back, which is mostly goons, but... yeah, as soon as the Goliaths turn around, the mutas just can't do anything. All right. We are getting our upgrades here, so that'll be +1 on the mutas soon. Our blue Protoss just finished +1, actually. Our blue Terran at +1 armor. Very good against mutas. And meanwhile, our red Protoss does have +1 attack. All right, here they go. They're poking. I like this from Team CWT, right? They reach in and they poke, and they're like, got anything here? No, okay, maybe. Poking over here, you know? Zealots on the map, kind of caught out. They're going to have to run. And realistically, I think Sadek needs to transition here. I think the era of the Muta is kind of over with how many Goliaths are on the field. And the thing is that Moses isn't fielding anything. Unless this fight goes incredibly well, which... yeah, it's not going to. Sadek needs to do something. Because Moses is just not able to get any traction currently with the Gateway army he's fielding. And yeah, so I don't know. I think this is starting to feel for a CWT victory here. All right, we got High Templar. Storm is finishing, so there's potential. He never took this base, and Protoss went to take it. Nice. Wait a minute. All right, but also he might just die. Oh, man. Yeah, the muta's trickling in 1 or 2 at a time. The main clump staying back. 3 High Templars, even with the greatest storms of all time, are not enough to save this. Right? Oh, especially when they get clicked down like that. Okay, well, that'll kill a few Goliaths at least. And you know what? It might have just been enough splitting the army there for a second. The mutas come back in and they are engaging. +1 attack versus +1 armor. Yeah, I think that little bit of fighting from Protoss here really saved it. I mean, we lost the High Templars, and that's incredibly annoying. But you know what? It worked. Sometimes it's just about not losing. All right, yeah, and suddenly... I don't know, actually. Looking at the supplies, it's like, actually, CWT, I think, is still very ahead after that. Because while our AP boys didn't die, I think it's a matter of time. I mean, with the mutas, though, there's always potential. Still scouting around for bases. CWT has to mimic the muta movement here. Otherwise, we risk a bunch of damage. Yeah. Catching these zealots is nice. You can clean them up, and then there's... Well, I mean, that's like 15 supply right here. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now it's 16 supply. If we can clean this up before it gets anywhere. I don't think we can, though. I think it's just going to walk in here and laugh. Yeah, I think it's just walking in here and laughing. Drones are dying. Because while mutas, obviously zealots can't shoot up. But at the same time, mutas can only kill things so quickly. Eesh, we're making Archons against the Protoss and the Terran. Against Terran, they're absolutely just kind of a waste. Against Protoss, they're not necessarily a waste, but still, arms are still better. Alright. Archon here, though, makes a lot of sense. They're very good against mutas. They're very good against lings. Generally speaking, they're kind of just better against Zerg than they are anything else. Unless you have a bunch of zealots, right? If your opponent's going a bunch of zealots, then it's like, alright, yeah, an Archon counters zealots. But that's not really what we have here. Alright, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. +1 Archon. 4 shots a clump of mutas. It's ridiculous. It is very strong. Alright, yeah, here is just a lot of army. I mean, Skippy alone has equal supply to both of our AP players. So it's fair to say that this fight might go well. Ooh, storms though. Oh, you're storming on zealots though. Tries to dive in there. The Archon says, "Do you really want to do that?" All right, Storm. All right, sniping the High Templars is absolutely incredible. Come over here, try and grab a tank, but we're losing mutas, and we killed one tank. We lose like half the mutas. Yeesh. Yeesh. God, those mine hits. All right. I think CWT has said, well, maybe we should win. And honestly, that's a very understandable decision here. The mutas and zealots are going to try and doff on top of this, but yeah. The Archon doesn't even care about the mutas. Oh, there he is. Oh, my lord. The mutas are just getting slaughtered. As a Zerg player, this just breaks my heart. All right, we're trying to get Goliath up the ramp, and it's even working. That's how you know you're in trouble. This base coming on up here for Protoss. Terran taking the bottom right. GG. And with that, CWT takes game number 1.